A lot of people think that financial peace only comes from making more money, paying off debt, or reaching a certain income level. But you could have a really good job making really good money and still feel financially over the place versus someone who's not rich but are more financially confident and secure. Why is that? Because they have financial anchors. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe, a licensed certified public accountant with over 10 years experience in corporate and public accounting. I have an extensive background in accounting, audit, and taxes, and I'm all about helping you take control of your money and live smarter. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on all notifications. And check out the blog site where we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you ever felt like no matter how much money you make, you still don't feel financially stable, then this video is for you. Because today, we're talking about something that most people don't hear enough about in personal finance, and that's financial anchors. So in this video, I'm going to break down what financial anchors are, why they matter, examples of strong financial anchors, and how you can start building them in your own life. So let's get into it. A financial anchor is anything in your financial life that helps to keep you grounded, stable, and consistent, especially during stressful and uncertain times. Think of it like an actual anchor or a boat on a boat. The water can move, the wind can shift, the weather can change. But the anchor helps keeps the boat from drifting too far away. That's exactly what a financial anchor does for your money. Life happens. Unexpected bills happen, job change happen, inflation happens. Family need family needs happen. Emotional spending happens. And if you don't have everything holding your financial life in place, it becomes really easy to drift. You start reaching instead of planning. You start surviving instead of building. And over time, that creates stress. So, financial anchors are the habits, systems, and safeguards that help to keep your money and life from becoming chaotic. One of the biggest mistakes people often make is thinking that income alone creates financial security. And don't get me wrong, earning more can absolutely help, but income without structure can still create instability. You can make more money and still overspend, miss savings goals, live paycheck to paycheck, or feel anxious every time an unexpected expense pops up. Why? Because money needs systems, and that's what anchors are. They create stability when life gets unpredictable. Because, let's be real, nobody plans for the transmission to go out, nobody plans for medical bills, nobody plans for a layoff, nobody plans for a family emergency. But financially healthy people usually have something in place that helps them absorb the moments better. That something is often a financial anchor. Now, let's talk about what financial anchors look like in real life. Because this isn't just some abstract money concept. Most of these anchors are practical things. Let's first talk about emergency savings. This is one of the strongest financial anchors you can have. If something unexpected happens and you have zero savings, everything feels like a crisis. But even having 500, $1,000, or 1 month of expenses can create breathing room. This breathing room can help you from using credit cards, taking out loans, or making panic-based financial decisions. Now, let's move on to a monthly budget or spending plan. A lot of people hear budget and think restrictions, but a budget is really just a plan. It tells your money where to go before it disappears. Without a budget, it's easy to feel like your money just vanishes every month. A spending plan gives your money direction and helps you to stay intentional. Let's talk about automating your savings. This is one of the most simple and effective anchors out there. If you automate savings, bills, or retirement contributions, you can reduce the need to rely on memory or motivation. Because the truth is, discipline is great, but systems are better. Now, let's talk about a bill payment calendar. This may sound basic, but it matters. Knowing when your bills are due and planning for them can reduce a lot of unnecessary stress and overdrafts. A bill calendar is one of those simple anchors that can really help you if you often feel financially disorganized. And let's talk about weekly, monthly check ins. This is huge. You do not need to obsess over money every day, but just checking in once a week for 10 to 15 minutes can make a major difference. That check in should include looking at your account balances, reviewing your recent spending, checking your bills, and seeing what's coming up next. That kind of awareness keeps small issues from becoming big problems. And last, let's talk about debt payoff strategies. Even if you're just making the minimum payments, you want to make sure that you stay on top of your debt, possibly even talk to your creditors about restructuring that debt and paying off either the high balance or the high interest first as quickly as you can. Here's something a lot of people don't talk about. Money is emotional, and some of your strongest financial anchors are actual behavioral. For example, having a rule that you wait 24 hours before impulsive purchases, not making major purchases when you're stressed, talking over large money decisions with your spouse or an advisor, and setting personal spending boundaries. Those things matter because a lot of financial stress doesn't come from a lack of money. It comes from a lack of structure around how we respond to emotionally to money. And if you can create anchors around your behaviors, not just your bank account, that can change a lot. If you're wondering if your life needs stronger financial anchors, then ask yourself these questions. If an emergency came up this week, would I know what to do? Do I feel clear or confused when I look at my money? Do I have a system or am I on mostly reacting? Does one unexpected expense throw everything off? Am I relying more on hope than on structure? And listen, if your answer is yes to some of those, you're not alone. A lot of people are not bad with money. They're just trying to manage too much without enough support system, and that's fixable. Now, let's talk about how to actually build those financial anchors. And here's the good news. You do not need to fix your entire financial life overnight. You don't need 10 anchors right away. You just need to start with one that'll help you the most right now. And here's how to do that. Step 1 is to identify your biggest financial weak spot. Ask yourself, what keeps throwing me off financially? Is it overspending, no savings, forgetting bills, inconsistent income, emotional spending? Your biggest weak spot usually points to the anchor you need first. Step number 2 is to build one simple system. Don't overcomplicate it. Here are some examples. Open a savings account and automate $25 a week. Write out your monthly bills and due dates. Set a weekly 15-minute money review. Create a no impulse spending over $100 rule. Simple is sustainable. Step number 3 is to stay consistent. This is where the real power is. Not in perfection, not in doing everything, but staying anchored consistently. Financial stability is usually built through repeated small actions, not dramatic financial makeovers. At the end of the day, financial anchors is what keeps you grounded when life gets expensive, unpredictable, and stressful. They help you to stay steady, they help you to make better decisions, they help you to reduce financial anxiety, and they help you to move from chaos to clarity. So if you've been feeling financially scattered lately, here's a question I want you to think about. What is currently anchoring your financial life? And if the answer is not much, that's okay, because today is a good day to start building. If this video helped you out, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who needs to hear it. And if you want more personal financial guidance, be sure to tune in next week where we're talking about how to manage financial setbacks.